I know I'm wearing the same outfit as the last video, but this was filmed on the same day. But it doesn't matter anywhere. I'd wear the same outfit if I wanted to. Obviously, I'll clean it though. Even if I didn't want to, I wouldn't. I want to keep talking about how to develop the confidence that you want to be able to do the things that you want to do the way you want to do them. Um, because the point that I'm trying to drive across is that you are already equipped to be the person that you want to be in reality. The problem is you limit yourself. And I quite literally mean you do it to yourself. There's an aspect of you that is trying to convince you that reality is real, that this 3D illusion that you're currently physically receiving information from is real, when in actuality, it is not. It's not real at all. It's just a fractal version of consciousness. That's it. It's just atoms or energy slow down to such an extent to where you can receive information through your five senses in that way. But there's still energy, and we know this because there are, electromagnetic spectrums and, radiation and things of that nature, light, things that we cannot perceive through our five senses, but that we know exist. And so, like, the things that you're taking in through your five senses right now are not more real than those things that you cannot perceive through your five senses. But it's just that the aspect of you that recognizes those things through your five senses can fall into the lullaby of 3D reality, which is an illusion. Not to say it doesn't matter, because it does matter to a certain extent, but to say that there are more important things in this life than the physical things that you're chasing after, that you're actually creating by your consciousness. Everything you notice in your reality is just an aspect of an internal truth that's being projected out in front of you. But the ego that recognizes the 3D manifestation of reality cannot actually recognize, or rather, it doesn't want to recognize the fact that you're actually projecting it from the I am, which is pure consciousness within you, outside of you, exuding out from you. The truth is, you're dreaming. The truth is, you're dreaming, and you could lucid dream. Like right now, I'm lucid dreaming. I know I'm in a dream, and I'm in this park where people are walking around all the time, and I'm by this pond, but I'm lucid dreaming right now. So I know that anything I see out of my eyes is just a projection of an internal truth within me. And that's how you develop consciousness, is by understanding that you're dreaming and then waking up from the dream, understanding that you could achieve lucidity by simply understanding that you're creating consciousness at play around you, that life is nothing more than consciousness at play. People go and watch a horror movie, and then at the end of the movie, they say, that was a good movie. They watch a sad movie and they'll cry the whole movie. And then at the end, they'll be like, that was great, right? Even though they were just crying. Okay. What does that mean? That's play. Emotion is play. It's a play. Two characters in a play, one could kill the other, but at the end of the play, they go and eat dinner together. Why? Because they both understand that it's actually just a play. It's not real. It's like they can make it seem real, and they can make it feel real, but at the end of the day, it was already written. At the end of the day, it's just a fractal down version of a higher reality where they're actually just actors. And in the same sense, 3D reality, how you understand it to be, and even your own self-concept, is just a fractal down version of a reality, that this is all nothing more than consciousness at play. That's it. Once you realize that, that's when you get that unshakable confidence. That's when you're able to go do the things you want to do. That's when you're able to make the money you want to make, because you understand that you're already connected to that money. You're connected to everything, because you too are just consciousness. And even this physical body is just slowed down consciousness. Everything's made of atoms. Everything's made of matter. E=mc². It's all the same thing. When I touch this pole, science says that I'm not actually touching it, but in fact, the electron clouds of my hand and of the pole are repelling each other, and I'm not actually touching it. Do you not see that everything around you is telling you that this is a dream? But that's my framework. That's my way of understanding it. I first went through understanding that Honestly, the language of consciousness is play, is love, is kindness, is all these things. When I smile at reality, reality smiles at me back. When I laugh at reality, reality laughs with me. It just perpetuates my inner state. When I'm scared of reality, when I'm in a state of horror with reality, reality shares more things for me to be scared of, because at the end of the day, reality will only orient itself towards the version of you that you want, that wants to see that thing. It's just a reflection. It's like this pond. It's just a reflection. And that's consciousness. Consciousness, it's a reflection. It's an energy that reflects. And it's the same thing with you. But you have to figure out your way of understanding that. That's the thing. No one can give you the knowledge. Even what I'm saying right now, I understand it, and it's coming out of my being. And you may understand what I'm saying intellectually, but you have to know, and that is the I am. The language of the I am is the knowing. Everything that you think you know now, you only know because the I am came into agreement with the ego or with the self. Here's some esoteric knowledge to sort of paint the picture for you. When we talk about the story of Job in the Bible, right? The devil and God makes a bet, right? You, the first thing you need to understand is that the devil couldn't have done anything if the devil had not agreed with God first. Or rather, if God had not agreed with the devil to let the devil do what he wanted to do. Notice how the devil had to come to God and say, if you let me do this, I bet you he folds. And then God's like, yeah. God represents the I am, which is consciousness, which is also in you. The temple of God is in man. And the devil represents the ego, which is also in you, the carnal mind, the one who looks at 3D reality but cannot recognize that the I am is creating it. We call God the creator. I am the creator. You are creating reality around you. It's creation. It's a reflection of your consciousness. But the devil slash the ego accuses and looks around and says, no, it's real because of this. It's real because of that. Trying to get the I am, which is God, to agree with it so that it can do what it wants. You want to talk about heaven and hell? Everything in this physical reality, slowed down matter, will eventually die. This body will eventually decay because it's physical, it's carnal. So if I identify with this body, if I over identify with the carnal and let the carnal or the ego become my master, which is the devil, not only am I worshiping the devil, but I die with the devil. The devil goes in the pit, I go with the devil because I let it be my master. But here's the thing, the devil is not some actual spiritual entity that's walking this earth. Instead, the devil represents a deeper truth, which is that it's the ego. Why did the devil try and tempt Jesus in the wilderness and say, bow down to me? If you look at all the things I have, bow down to me. That's the ego. The ego is saying, look at all these things around you. Chase these things. Let these things become your master. Listen to me and I'll give you everything you need. But here's the thing, the ego is a terrible master. It was originally designed to be a servant, to do the bidding of the I am, and that's all it can do. Which is why when you chase things, you don't get them. But when you just stick in your being, all of a sudden they come to you. Why? Because the ego can never actually get you what it wants. Instead, the I am has to come into agreement with that. But if the I am and the ego is in a disagreement, you know who's going to win? The I am, which is also what? Your subconscious mind. It's your programming. But here's the thing, the I am runs everything anyway. It's pure consciousness. So if you just dwell in the I am, instead of dwelling in the ego, you'll get everything you always wanted. Why? Because a truth, you will come to a knowing of the truth that you are actually creating reality around you and that this is nothing more than a dream.